trial and error. It's supposed to sound like that, error. This is probably the most complicated species that we have, honestly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, there's just a lot going on. It got to 35 last night, so we were trying to make sure all the animals were warm enough, doing heat lamps, tarping everything, bringing a lot of the birds inside. It's a lot of trial and error when you are building a sanctuary, doing everything for the first time. So we're having problems with the prairie dog enclosure. The aviary that we tarped is not getting hot enough, so we had to bring all the birds in. We're almost finished with the quaddy enclosure. We just have to decorate it and put all the birds out. I'm afraid he's gonna bite me in the head. Can you go over here? So yeah, we'll just do the walkthrough, just show you everything that's going on, and yeah. So we tarped all of this. Well, it's not really a tarp. So this is what they used for greenhouses, and this was recommended by somebody that has a bunch of iguanas, and it works for them. They just wrap their outdoor enclosures with this. What would you say this is?
Oh, like a plastic
wrap, and they put some heat lamps, and it works really well. I don't know if it's because we don't have the roof done or because it's not like pinned to the ground, or it's just such a big area. We had a bunch of like heat lamps going and it just wasn't warm enough. This would work in like the 50s, maybe even the 40s, but in the 30s, I don't feel comfortable. It's a little too cold for my liking, so all the birds came inside. Over there, you can see what we did with Jumanji. We do have a video coming out on what we did, but we basically insulated his hide. We have some pig heating mats on the walls, and then we tarped it. So it's about 67 in there for him, so he'll be okay. And then when it's sunny like this, he'll come out. Let's go see the quaddy enclosure because it's huge. So I'm gonna be on camera a little bit today. Usually it's Chris. I just am super picky about when I want to be on camera. Everyone's like, why isn't Gabby on camera? I get super picky about what I look like and when I want to film. So this is the enclosure. We had somebody arguing with us on the last video that this is only 8 feet high. Chris is like 7 feet tall, guys, so this is more realistic. I'm 5'4". So this is like either 10 or 12 feet. Chris thinks it's 12 feet. We can measure it. Either way, it's huge. It's not 8 feet. The fox enclosure over there is 8 feet if you want to pan to that. So that's 8 feet. This is way, way taller.
Well, you're 5'4", and I mean.
Yep. So yeah, all this is going, all this like extra garbage and wire and stuff today, and the old appliances. We have someone picking it up and bringing it to the dump, thankfully. We have new mulch being delivered. I really like this look. I'm not like a huge fan of like the way mulch. Is it mulch or mulch?
Is there an S in there?
No, but like mulch.
Mulch.
With a heart. Okay, whatever. So
there's no S in mulch.
I'm not a huge fan of how mulch looks in enclosures, but I do like this. It's like pine bark chips, so it's like a little thicker. It's easier to clean. It just looks really natural. We have the 5 lockouts over here. So right now we have Lola and Lily, the new coatis. Lily, by the way, has done like a complete turnaround, and she's like super aggressive, coming at us, wants to hurt us. So we have lockouts. So we're going to feed them in the lockouts. If we have to do maintenance on the enclosure, we're going to lock them in there. It's super basic right now. We're going to add some more hanging nets, obviously more heated hides, more things for them to climb on. And
let's go in there and look.
Yeah, let's go in there and look. We potentially have the other 3 quaddies coming on Saturday from North Carolina, so we have to drive to Georgia and meet them in Georgia. So this is the big, beautiful enclosure. Check this out. I mean, this is gorgeous. Look at all that.
So they've got this center platform right here, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to wrap these posts with some like, hopefully some thick rope that they can climb up and then into the hammock, and then they can go across the hammock. And this is a double-decker platform here. So we have heated hides here and here. We're going to get more of them for the other quaddies we're going to be getting. And then they have that platform up there. This platform, we put some logs in so they can walk up those and get up. And then this one wraps all the way around.
So
All
they
the
can
way
go
over
under,
here.
they can go over. Some of this is covered, so they won't get rained on. Also, some of it's open. So if they wanted to sit in the rain for any reason or get like direct sun from below, like Bambi is, they can. So, I mean, this is beautiful, and I'm really happy with how this looks. I think I want to go with the more naturalistic enclosures. I mean, obviously enrichment's important. Everyone does their own enrichment, like whatever you feel comfortable using, but I don't like the look of like playhouses and animal enclosures and stuff. I just personally don't like that. I like the more natural thing, especially because I really want to go for like the nature center vibe and like how these animals aren't pets. So I want to make it like as realistic as possible. I just sometimes think it might set the wrong example to have like a wild animal playing in like a playhouse, but like you do whatever you want. Personally, I think we're gonna go with the more natural. So these are the lockouts. We have 4 over here. This one's a little larger just in case we have to do like vet work or get like a big carrier in there. I think carriers will fit in all of these, but that one's extra large. So what we're gonna do is in the morning, this opens out. This also locks, but opens out. Put a food bowl in here, lock it, then open it using this string. We have to get like a better handle. We're still trying to figure it out. Animal comes in, and then we shut it so we can do maintenance in the enclosure and then feed everybody without them fighting.
These are separated by wood on either side, so that way that they can't fight each other, they can't get at each other. But we are having a little bit of issue with this being really, really difficult to pull. This is about the only one that will work right now. And then having the guillotine door get stuck.
These ones are good. It's this one that gets stuck. So this one is, I have to like sit.
Yeah, that's... Oh. All right, well. You all right? Oh! All right, so work in progress.
Trial and error. So yeah, trial and error. If anyone has...
Error?
I keep...
New Yorker, huh?
Everyone's gonna think that I can't speak. Trial and error. Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Trial and error, right?
Say drawer.
Draw.
Yeah, exactly.
Trial and error. It's supposed to sound like that? Error?
Well, most people don't enunciate like that, but trial and error.
What am I saying? Trial and error?
Sure.
Whatever. This is why I don't want to be on camera. Trial and error?
Trial and error.
Trial and error. That's what I said. Trial and error. Trial and error. It's like the Taylor Swift Era tour. So this is our prairie dog enclosure, and as you can see, it is dug out and there are no prairie dogs in it. So prairie dogs are a lot more complicated than I ever imagined, and I think a lot of people don't know this. So the whole backstory is this is a very expensive, very nice enclosure. We really put a lot of thought into this, and we were like so proud of this, so proud to share it online and post about it. And then I got a comment from somebody, and I know they were concerned, but the way that the comment was worded was just like really mean and condescending. Like, this is not basically just like basically just pooping on our enclosure. Basically just pooping on our enclosure. Do you want to be on camera today?
No, you're doing great.
No, I'm not.
It's far more entertaining. So basically, we built this, we put a lot of time and effort into it, and then we had somebody online leave a less than kind comment saying that we were doing it incorrectly and then we're going to kill all of our animals.
Yes.
Which prompted us to get in contact with...
No. Okay, so the whole comment, they were being really mean, but she did say, like, you need to reach out to this person, leading prairie dog expert in the world. So when I read that comment, the first thing I was thinking is like, screw you. Like, you're so condescending and rude. We just put a ton of effort into this. Like, we're obviously super proud of it. And like, I just wanted to delete the comment. But because I have humility, I did some research on this person that she was recommending. And I reached out to this person. And this person has been such a lifesaver. Like, her name is Dr. Seberg. so kind. She's been working with ground squirrels and prairie dogs for over like 20 years. She is just so knowledgeable, and I've had like multiple free phone conversations with her, and she's like helping us make this enclosure, like telling us how to introduce prairie dogs since they're such a complicated species and they will cannibalize each other, they will kill each other. It's a lot. So basically, long story short, prairie dogs just don't do well in Florida or basically anywhere outside where they're not native. So like in Texas, you get a lot of like skin issues and stuff, and that's because the humidity is different. There's no way to replicate the soil that they have in Colorado, or are they from Nevada too? I think so, right?
Probably parts of it.
Yeah, parts of it. Anyway, wherever they're from, like you can't replicate what they have. So we just did a cattle trough. We did just like the sandy dirt, and basically she told me that like we are gonna deal with skin issues and fungus issues, and guess what? A month later, we started dealing with some pretty significant issues with one of our prairie dogs, and we've been treating it. It's healing now that we got like a culture and saw like what it was. It was like 3 strains of bacteria and like fungus, so we're treating that. But basically they just don't do well in Florida. But because we are a sanctuary and we are just doing our best, and there aren't other places to take prairie dogs, we kind of just came to the conclusion we're gonna do our best, make it work, and it is what it is.
Yeah, so normally in this kind of a situation, I mean, I literally said it. I was like, it sounds like, we should send these to a specific rescue that specifically handles these animals. And
there are none.
There are none.
There are none. People treat these as pets in guinea pig cages and ferret cages. So 90% of prairie dogs are captured as babies from their tunnels outside. Since they're nuisance animals, they're just going to kill them anyway. They discovered that they can make money in the pet trade. So they go in with these giant vacuums. They suck these prairie dogs out of their tunnels. The ones that die, and the babies that survive get sold into the pet trade. So, I mean, it's just a vicious cycle. And again, we're going to do the best that we can. So what we're going to do, what she suggested, is that we kind of put concrete in like a slope, and then we have like a PVC tube going out so it can drain out. Then we're going to put rocks to help drain all the water. Then on top of that, we're going to do like a pebble and sand mix to help drain it. And then we're going to do like the topsoil, probably like a foot or two. And instead of corrugated pipes, we're going to do PVC tubing because they're easier to clean. But yeah, drainage is a problem. I was reaching out to like a bunch of different zoos that have meerkats. No one really has prairie dogs, but a bunch of them that have meerkats, and asking what they do. They also deal with same issues, tunnel collapses, drainage. It's just a bunch of things that people don't think about. You think that you can just give them like 4 feet to dig and they're gonna make tunnels.
Well, you think it's just like a rat, like
right.
It's not gonna be complicated.
This is complicated. This is probably the most complicated species that we have, honestly. So I want to talk about this because I was a little embarrassed, again, because like we put so much effort and money and time into this and it doesn't work. And people are looking at us like we're animal experts, we're a sanctuary, we're supposed to have everything figured out. And it's, again, trial and error. So we're just figuring it out as we go, and we're just doing our best to make modifications. I truly believe the prairie dogs are happier outside than they are inside in like little ferret cages. So we are going to do our best to make this work, and if we have some hiccups along the way, it is what it is. We are doing our best. I just want to keep saying that, like, we are doing our best. These are not animals we're going to buy. These are animals that are brought to us to live out the rest of their lives. One of the prairie dogs that we just got actually was being kept in like a room, this woman was trying to do a good thing, give the prairie dog a whole room. It ate through her drywall and started making tunnels in her walls. So they're like a really complicated species. So I just want to put that out there because I know there's always going to be someone that says something, but like,
gotta not read the comments so much.
We're doing our best, guys. We're doing our best. And maybe this can help somebody else. Dr. Gina Seberg, if you guys have prairie dogs, reach out to her. Her consultations are free. So kind, so not judgmental, just so knowledgeable, and genuinely wants to help, and like has dedicated her entire life to helping prairie dogs. So she's been a lifesaver, and we're very appreciative.
Well, so I would say a takeaway from this for everyone who's viewing is just to realize that prairie dogs are not just like having a hamster or a rat as a pet. Like, they're incredibly complex animals, very, very complicated care. And it's basically, we have learned from talking to many people, it is basically impossible to mimic their natural environment.
Yeah.
and it's just not going to happen, you know. So we're trying our best here.
And we're not even going into like the social structures and everything. Like these animals build such incredible tunnels, and they have like whole potty chambers that they just use one burrow to go to the bathroom, and then they collapse the tunnel and then they move on. Like they're so complicated. They are so I don't know the right word, not like scent driven, but like they can sense hormones. So Dr. Seberg was telling me, like, if I go to interact with a pregnant cow and then I bring that scent in here, they're gonna know. And they see everything as another prairie dog. They see people as prairie dogs, they see other animals as prairie dogs, like everything to them is another prairie dog. So when you bring that scent in there, like it can kick up hormone issues. It's just crazy. So, and we haven't even talked about like introducing other prairie dogs. It is like a slow process because in the wild there are like raider prairie dogs. So one will come from another colony and like try to kill the males and like mate with the females and kind of take over. So when you introduce a new prairie dog, they think it's a raider. So like you have to slowly do one-on-one introductions outside. And this new prairie dog that we got that was being kept as a pet inside, like we did the introductions. I put her in here and she disappeared under a tunnel for 4 days. And I was really panicking. I was panicking that she got stuck, that she didn't know how to dig, something like that. So that's another reason we dug all of this out.
And she's fine.
She is fine. She's totally fine. But she's just not acclimating well. And, you know, when I asked Dr. Seberg about it, she said, like, it's a new prairie dog that's used to this. It's just basically thrown to the wolves. So I need to keep her inside. I need to bond with her, make a bond with her, form an emotional attachment, and then slowly sit out here in a carrier with her and get her used to it. So we kind of do it together. So again, a lot more complicated than we thought.
All right, so we got Lily in the lockout, and we have Lola right here. So we're gonna let Lola out first and let her run around a little bit, and I'm gonna be in here to see what she does and if she's happy. And then I will step out, and then we'll let Lily free because she's not very friendly. Lola.
Those are happy squeaks.
What you think? Lola. She looks so small in here.
I know. She's being good. I'll come in.
What you think, Lola?
Lola girl, do you approve? She looks happy. You want to go up there? Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to check out the hide maybe. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. This makes me so happy. I love you. It's nice and warm in there. Oh, it's warm in there too. Check it out. Why? Why?
All right, so now we are going to release Lily from the lockout. And Lola's going to go in there and eat the food. So Lily's exploring. She's very cautious though. Lola just jumped in and ran around everywhere, but as you can see, Lily's being very careful, very cautious.
Oh, Will.
If you can tell, we're filming her from the outside because, yeah, she's not been so friendly lately.
Okay, so Lola just finished eating, so Chris is gonna go and unlock it. I just see your tail. So Lily found the heated hide, so she's checking it out. Makes me feel a lot better. They're just walking around, not really like playing on anything yet, just walking around and checking all the little perimeter areas.
Sniffing everything.
Sniffing everything. Little nose bears. Like a Lola. How you feel?
I'm excited. You know, I'm happy. You know, we can offer something like this for them, and we don't know where Lily came from, but based on what her feet look like and her claws, it had to have been pretty bad. So, you know, it's pretty awesome to be able to offer this to her, even though she is ungrateful and wants to rip
Kill
our
us.
faces off.
Oh my gosh, 5 of them, babe. 5 of them.
That's gonna be
Oh, they're gonna be so crazy, just like jumping on everything. And hi, Bam. Look at this chicken. Makes me so happy.
You think they would eat Bam?
Well, Lily might. Lola was raised with dogs, so she might play with Bam.
That's the little sizzle.
What is a little sizzle?
Crowing.
No. He's a rooster.
Apparently he's a rooster.
Oh my god. So we have 3 roosters?
I guess so.
Stop.
It's about the least impressive crow I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh.
He's so cute though.
Why is he alone? Is that why he's been alone lately? 3 roosters.
I guess so.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so they look pretty happy. Oh my god, look at Lola right behind us.
She loves the roof.
I know, she's obsessed with the roof.
She loves the hammocks too, like the nets.
So yeah, we got everything set up. Everybody looks pretty happy, and they're exploring the heated hides. So I think it all looks pretty good.
Yeah.
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 Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I mean, thank you again for the support as always and for watching. And we can't look at her. She's in her hammock. We can't wait to have you guys come visit when we do private tours. So,
Which is a long ways away, by the way.
oh, yeah.
I get asked that every day. Everybody's like, when are you going to be open?
We're trying as
Not
fast
for
as
a
we
while,
can.
guys. Yeah, it's going to take a bit. But yeah, as always, guys, you know, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see y'all next time.